Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Shan. I'm back with another video. Today I'm here to show you what my to-go makeup routine is like. Okay, so let's get started. You always want to start off by moisturizing your skin before you put your makeup on. Right now I'm just putting on a little bit of under eye cream from Ole Henderson, and then my moisturizer from Alba Botanica. Right now I'm just combing my eyebrows into place. I'm going to put a little bit of powder on them just so I can take out any moisture that I have on my eyebrows, just so I can make sure that the product goes on smoothly. I use the pencil from LA Colors, not from LA Girls, but from LA Colors. It's the real cheap little pencil. I got it from Dollar General, and it's in the color brown black, and it is bomb. I have a hard time finding really good eyebrow products that show up on me. Either they're too dark or they're too light, so it's really hard for me to find something that I really like. And I really like this pencil. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back and I'm going to get the rest of them before I can't find any more. And that's LA Colors from Dollar General. It was only $1. So now I'm going to conceal the top of my eyebrows. I use the LA Girls Pro Conceal in the color Dark Cocoa on top of my eyebrows. It's really close to my skin tone. Everybody doesn't carve out the top of their eyebrow. You really don't have to, but I like to, just so I can make them really neat and really sharp. So next, I'm going to conceal the bottom of my eyebrows, and I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer as well, but in the color Warm Honey. Warm Honey is probably about 2 to 3 shades lighter than me, but I do prefer to have the highlighted look underneath my eyebrow. You don't have to. You can use the same concealer that you used up top. This is just a personal preference of mine. I always, even if I'm doing like a plain neutral look or no eyeshadow look, I still like to have the bottom of my eyebrows highlighted. Depending upon if I'm going to wear any type of eyeshadow, depends upon what I would prime my eyes with. I'd still use concealer. Sometimes I would use a very light concealer if I'm wearing eyeshadow, but today I'm going for neutral. So I'm just going to conceal my eyelids with the Dark Cocoa shade. Just because my eyelids are a little bit darker, I want to make sure that they're concealed as well. Now I'm just blending out the top part of my brow. I always like to do that first since the concealer is a little bit darker, just so I won't mess up the concealer underneath my eye. Now I'm just blending that out until I get it to the way I need it to be. I always like to go back in and kind of fix my eyebrows just a little bit after I conceal, and go back and conceal if I need to. Next, I'm going to be going in with the Nubian palette by Juvia's. I'm going to take that brown shade and put it in my crease and concentrate on the edges and try to make sure it's blended out and not too harsh. I'm not going to do too much with the eyeshadow today. Next, I'm going to go in with that darker brown shade. I'm just going to sit it like in the outer corner of my eye. I'm not going to really take it in or make it too deep. I don't want to make it too dramatic. It can get dramatic really fast, just to add a little bit of depth to the eye. I'm not really a neutral girl. Either I'm all in or I'm all out. For the most part, when I go out, I don't really wear eyeshadow. But if I choose to do something neutral, it's going to be something like this. Pretty simple. Next, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild eyeliner. I cannot do a wing liner, so, it's just really simple. Now I'm going to prime my face with the e.l.f. Smoothing Face Primer and put that all over my face. Next, I'm going to go in with the NYX Pore Filler. My pores are very crazy. Like, they're hard to fill. They're hard to cover. I have texture in my skin. I've just got to the point to where I accept it for what it is until I can find some type of method that works for me, because nothing works for me 100%. But this product does help me a lot when it comes to filling in my pores. But, I mean, they're still there. I know a lot of people don't like the Milk of Magnesia. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about it. I don't wear it a lot because I don't wear makeup a lot. But whenever I'm going somewhere and I need my makeup to last and I need that oil under control, I do put it on. But for the most part, I don't usually do it with my makeup because I don't like to wear my makeup for a long period of time. I usually do it, go wherever I'm going, and I pull it off. But whenever I'm somewhere and I need it to last, or I know I'm going to have it on for a long period of time, I do put it on because it works, point blank. Now I'm just taking my Q-tip and I'm kind of getting some of those big flakes off before I proceed and do my foundation. And now I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place foundation sticks. I use a combination of two. The first one is in the color Tunisia. I think I'm saying that right. It's not really my skin tone. It's a little bit off. It's a little bit too red, but I do like to mix it in with another color just to give me the perfect color, because I cannot just wear just one color. It doesn't look right. So I'm going in on the second one. This one is called Katsina. This one is more of my skin tone, but like I said, I have not found not one foundation stick, liquid or whatever, that I can just put on and it's just my exact shade. My face is a lot of different colors. I'm a lot of different colors. So this is what I have to do to try to get the perfect shade. As you can see, my neck is a little bit darker and my forehead is a little bit darker. So I have to kind of go in and make sure that I'm getting all those areas. One of the mistakes that I made when I first started doing makeup is I would not pull my foundation up to my hairline, and I always would have a space right there on my forehead where you could see that there wasn't any makeup. So I always like to make sure I get in and I get my hairline. And now I'm just dragging my sticks down to my neck a little bit. I really don't like to put makeup on my neck, but depending on the look that I'm going for, I sometimes will, just because I want everything to be one color. So I know a lot of people look at my pictures sometime and think that, I'm not mixing my foundation colors right, or I don't have the right foundation color on. No, my neck is just darker than the rest of my face, and sometimes I choose not to put makeup on it. It is what it is. A lot of misconceptions some people have is that, when you're into makeup, you're trying to hide everything. I've accepted my flaws for what they are, and, sometimes I choose to cover them, sometimes I don't. Just depends on how I'm feeling. And now it's time to highlight. I'm going to go in with the LA Girls Pro Concealer. This time I'm using the color Toffee. And I'm just going to put that in all the areas that I want to highlight. You want to be careful when you get to this part right here, because I get so mad at myself when I get to my brows and I mess up my brows trying to blend out my concealer. So just be a little bit careful when you're going around your brows and your eyes. I don't like to overdo it with the highlight. I just want it just to be enough, just enough so you can see. And now I'm going to contour. I'm going to go back in with another Juvia's Place foundation stick. This one is in the color Congo. And I'm just going to take this all around my face and put this in the places that I want to contour and add a little depth to the face. And remember, you don't want to have your contour too low. My face kind of has a natural contour, which makes it a little bit easier to know where to place it. And now I'm just blending that out with my brush. And it's going to seem a little bit harsh at first, but once I go in with my powders and everything else, I'm going to lighten it up and fix it up and get it right. Now, I am not one to really just go in with the nose contour. I still haven't got it to where, I'm really good at it. I try it, but for the most part, it doesn't look the way that, you know, I see other people's look, but I'm not really big on it. Like, my nose doesn't have to be contoured. My nose is big, my nose fits my face, I feel like it looks good, so I don't really care. But anyway, I do not use loose powder on my face anymore. I have a lot of texture on my skin, and I'm coming to realize that the loose powder tends to, you know, emphasize that texture. So when I go in to set my concealer, I choose to use a pressed powder, and I'm using the Black Radiance True Complexion Soft Focus finishing powder, and I use that powder to set my highlight, and that's in the color Milk Chocolate. I also use a pressed powder to set my contour. This is the Contour Duo by Nika K. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is at any local beauty supply store. I used to get it from the one in my hometown, but they stopped selling it. And once I came to Texas and I went to the store and I actually seen it, they had like 6 in stock, and I bought all 6 of them. It is well worth it. It is only $2. It's going to be the best contour powder you ever use, period. So now I'm just taking my brush and I'm blending out that contour powder, and I'm also blending out the pressed powder that I put over my highlight, and just blending the two together so that they come together and look as one. You can still tell, you know, that they're different, but you want it all to blend in all together. And then now I'm taking my pressed powder by Black Radiance. It's in the color Black Coffee, and that's pretty much my skin tone, just to tie everything together. Now I'm going to go in with some blush, and I'm going to use the Saharan Blush Volume 1 palette from Juvia's Place. This is my favorite palette for dark skin. It's really nice. Now, ladies, you always want to make sure you go back and check your lashes. This lash was giving me a little bit of problems this night. It wasn't even, so it was making my eye kind of look a little lazy. So I always like to go back and just check and just make sure that it looks pretty even. I got a little frustrated with it. I had to take me a little sip. I had to go back into my eyebrows, kind of get myself together before I went back in and tried to fix it, because it was irritating my soul. But you always want to make sure you want to go back in and you want to check that, and just want to make sure that they're even. Now I'm just going in with my Morphe setting spray. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, just to set my face, and so my makeup can last all day. Next, I'm going to get these lips together. I'm going to start off with the Ruby Kisses matte lipstick in the color Dark Plum Scene. You can pretty much find this at any local beauty supply store. It's only like about $3. Then I'm going to go in with one of my favorite nude glosses, and that's the Clean Kisses lip gloss from the Crayon Case. And I'm just going to go back and forth with the Clean Kisses and the Dark Plum Scene until I get it exactly how I want it to be. Then I'm going to go on top of that with a little bit of the e.l.f. Sheer lip gloss in the color Pink Cosmo, just to kind of emphasize that pink color a little bit. And to finish off the lip, I'm going to go in with the Ruby Kisses Crystal Gloss lip gloss in the color Hot Voodoo. It has a little bit of color to it, like a peachy color, but it's not, you know, too deep. It's really thick. It's really glossy, and it has glitter in it. I really like it. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some highlight, and I'm going to be using the Tribe Highlighter Volume 1 by Juvia's. You know, highlight can really emphasize your texture, but, you know, I'm a glowy girl. I like to glow, so I still like to go in with a little highlighter. I don't go in as much as I normally would anymore, but I still like to use it. And that is it, and this is the final look, my go-to makeup. I'm pretty simple when I go out. You know, I usually do all the dramatic stuff just for social media. So when I'm going out, or, you know, just want to have a little makeup on for whatever I'm doing for the day, this is my look. See you guys next time.